Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Medic Life. I'm your host, John Newton, and yes, I'm coming to you live from the old Medic Life studio here in Augusta, Georgia. So before we get started with tonight's episode, I want to say thank you guys for watching, hanging out at home there, and I do enjoy hearing from you guys, so don't forget to subscribe, like, share, leave comments for me. You can follow me on Twitter at jnewton_DCME. So you can send in those questions during tonight's episode. And I've got the old Twitter up and going there, guys. You can also send me emails to jnewton.mediclife@gmail.com. So tonight's episode, I'm going back to, similar to what I've done in the previous, initial few episodes. It's just going to be me. And I'm going to be talking to you guys about some tips, some things to keep in mind as the holidays start. Thanksgiving is next week. So we'll start with a little nutrition, and then we'll talk a little bit about fitness. And I know, as well as you guys do, it is difficult, to say the least, during those holiday seasons, especially Thanksgiving. Goodness gracious, we love the pies and the cakes and all that other good stuff. But we're going to talk about some things, maybe some tips that would help you out to make a difference in these next few weeks, months or so as we get into the new year. So again, thank you for joining and watching. And here we go. So I did a little research to kind of provide you guys with some of the best options out there, some of the things that we could, make it make sense for us. You guys are out riding the bus, providing care, and sometimes it's not as easy for us to really, we don't always make good choices. I'll just say that. When we're talking about bringing food with us. And it is hard for us to sometimes pack up food, take it with us to work. Maybe you guys don't really have set stations, or you run a lot of calls and, you're subjected to whatever kind of fast food junk that you can stop and grab, or maybe you have that ER that you can stop by quickly and maybe poke something in the microwave, and you do the best you can. And that's kind of how we just have traditionally lived in EMS. So maybe some of these tips will help you guys, and I'm going to tell you. So this first group actually came from a Healthy Holidays Tips. It's a cpmc.org. So it's a community health resource center. I just sort of kind of started Googling things and looking around. So first off, and this is the most important thing, this time of year is not the time of year to try to lose weight. Don't try to do it. What you want to do is just try to maintain. Don't skip meals before leaving for a party. We oftentimes do get together and things like that, but raw vegetables. It took me a lot of years to get where I like celery. I'm a fan of celery. Those carrot sticks are good for you, the little tomatoes and things like that. Eat some fruit. Fruit's always good for you. This also makes it a little easier for you to not overindulge. So you show up at this party and there's a buffet. Look and see what's out there first. Go back, choose your favorite foods, skip your least favorite foods. Again, try to find that balance. Portion size is a big issue here in the U.S. Yes, some of you guys have probably heard me rant and rave before when we talk about portion size. There is no such thing as portion control anymore here in the U.S. And it really has gotten out of hand. So don't try to pile up, heap it on. Just get small amounts. Don't eat until you're stuffed, and that's the thing. I'll tell you guys, I love it. I love grabbing a couple of pieces of turkey, the ham, the stuffing, the dressing, depending on, I guess, where you're from. Little sweet potato casserole, the beans, the corn, and you're like, holy geez, maybe I need to come back and get the rest of it. Just smaller portions. I'm from the South, if the accent hasn't given it away. Gosh, we love our sweet tea. My recommendation to you guys is love your sweet tea, and that's fine. But maybe try to cut it a little bit. You don't have to do half and half, but maybe just 3/4. You guys know what I'm talking about, that whole not doing completely full glasses of sweet tea. You know, they did a study a couple of years ago, and they found out that people who drink sweet tea and cut the sugar that they put in the sweet tea, and I know as a Southern person, that's sacrilegious talking about taking this sugar out of the sweet tea. But if you cut it in half, over a year's time, you can lose like 5 pounds. And that's just taking the sugar out of the tea. So this is what I'll tell you. Drink more water. Don't get too crazy with the alcohol. Yeah, I like a beer every now and then, but try to limit yourself. Remember, those things are empty calories. Be careful when you're drinking your pops, your Cokes, your sodas, wherever you're from, whatever term you like. Limit them. Drink a little more water. What you need to do also, and it's really hard. We know, and I said to you guys, don't skip those meals, but you know that you're going to have that big meal, so you kind of maybe want to skip one, or you eat a little lighter. Just try to eat those 3 balanced meals, or break it down into 4 or 6 little bitty small meals. Spread it out. Spread it out. So you want to eat a lot. Well, maybe you at the party and you eat a little bit at the beginning. You hang out. You mix and mingle with those friends, colleagues, family members. You go back and you get just a little more. So you're spreading it out. Take the focus off the food. Try to even bring those healthy dishes. Limit things like your gravies. Remember, bread, man, that's a lot of carbs when we talk about dressing. Kind of limit that. Turkey's good for you. Roasted turkey is always the best for you. Yes, we like to we like frying the turkeys. Well, not only is it a hazard, but it is not as good for you. The green bean casserole. Oh my gosh, one of my favorites. Green beans with chunks of potatoes instead of cream soup. Topped with almonds instead of the onion rings. Things like that. Use skim milk in your mashed potatoes. Chicken broth, garlic, maybe even garlic powder and Parmesan cheese instead of whole milk or butter. Desserts. You know, guys, I got a whole list of these things, and I'm sitting here looking at it, and I can't bring myself to do it. You know, that one piece of pie is not going to really make that big of a difference. So those of you who've been hanging out with us for a little bit, thanks for doing so. I'm here talking about nutrition during the holiday season and some tips and tricks. Thanks for watching here at Medic Life. Again, my name is John Newton. I'm your host. Don't forget to subscribe, like, follow, and all that good jazz. Appreciate you guys being with us. So, you know, I think this is kind of interesting. One of the things that's suggested, and I told you guys that I did a little research. This stuff comes from actually an article written in WebMD, and chewing gum. That sugarless gum in your mouth, yeah, when you're chewing on it, makes you not want to eat. So I thought that was kind of interesting. It's okay to be a food snob. It's okay. It's okay to eat the small portions. You know, skip the appetizers. I know it's tough. But try to limit some of those appetizers. To go along with that, I'm going to shift gears a little bit. And again, if you guys have any questions, want to make comments and stuff like that, you can put comments in the comment section in the live area, or you can send me messages on Twitter at JNewton_DCME. So let's talk a little bit about fitness. Now, I told you guys, don't even try to worry about losing weight. Don't try to do it. It's not really realistic. And in all honesty, it's just going to take the fun out of the holidays. Now, if you already have a regimen, then stick with your regimen. But don't try to get crazy with anything new, trying to, I'm going to start a diet now that it's the holidays. Don't do it. You're going to fail, and it's just not going to make your holidays fun. So maybe that's a challenge because I told you you're going to fail. The American Heart Association has been saying for years that to promote good cardiovascular health 5 days a week, just get out and elevate your heart rate for 30 minutes. Now, the holidays, again, Thanksgiving's next week. If you're not already busy, it's going to get crazy busy, and then it's just going to get worse after Thanksgiving next week. You're going to be seeing friends, family members, parties at work, maybe your spouse's work, traveling, doing whatever. And sometimes it's hard, but take that just few extra minutes. And here are some tips. So you want to go see Christmas lights. I love seeing Christmas lights. It's kind of fun. I actually, one of the fun places, and some of you guys, I always tell you I'm coming to you live from my home in Augusta, Georgia, here where the Medic Life studios are, but I actually grew up in North Alabama. And there's this family in the about 20 or 30 minutes. Actually, they live about 5 or 10 minutes from my grandparents. And they just do thousands and thousands of lights. And it's always fun to go and see them every year. And it's always cool to go back home and then get my sisters and my nieces and nephews and stuff. And go back home and get to see those. Yeah, get out and see those. But so you go to that neighborhood, park at one end of the neighborhood, get out. Now, obviously, you want to go to a safe neighborhood, and I think that goes without saying. But get out, dress, appropriately, and just walk the neighborhood. Enjoy the scenery. Get out and take your time. 5Ks. Some of you guys have probably heard me say before, I'm an ultra runner, and I know the fat kid don't look like he runs, but I do. I've taken about a month or so off here because of some stuff going on, trying to do these episodes, hang out with you guys. My oldest daughter's in band, so I always enjoy those kind of things. But I will tell you, as someone who runs and runs pretty frequently, there's no shame. So you've never run a 5K. That's fine. That's fine. Sign up for one. Let that be your goal. They have things like Jingle Bell 5K runs and walks, reindeer runs. Yes, it says run, but you don't have to run. It's 3 miles. And you go, oh my goodness, that's 3 miles. Well, a lot of them are in December. You've got a month or so. This is your little goal. Hey, I'm going to walk to the end of the driveway today. Tomorrow, I'm going to walk to the end of the street. The next day, I'm going to walk to the end of the next street. So, well, here in a couple of weeks, you're ready to walk, maybe possibly even run that 5K. You've set up an exercise plan, and this kind of helps you out. Shopping. Now, here's my little plug for Amazon. Amazon. Yeah, I'm a fan of Amazon. I look for stuff. I order stuff on Amazon. I don't really go to the stores. But if you're into going to the stores, park at the furthest part of the parking lot. And even when you're doing things like grocery shopping, park at the furthest away in the parking lot, provided you know it's not inclement weather like raining and things. Yeah, walk around the mall. Those kind of things. Make an exercise plan. Make some kind of reward system with your family. Maybe your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your husband, your wife, your kids, whatever. Things like stickers, or maybe that's that little thing that, hey, if I get so many little stickers, coins, or whatever, I get that extra slice of pie. And I know that seems like it's counterintuitive, but as you get through this reward system, a lot of times when you get to the end of that week, you go, I really worked hard this week. I don't really want to do that. So sometimes it's more about just trying to reach the goal. And you can turn it into a competition. Now, if you're into weight training, just remember you should, if you are new to it, find that gym that does some initial, they'll have weight trainers, things like that may get you some initial training and kind of start slow and work your way into it. But yes, weights do help you burn off that fat. Muscle does burn a little more fat. Again, when you talk about exercise, when you start getting into exercise, you're going to look for meal plans and things like that. And it is good to meal plan. So try to incorporate more vegetables, more proteins. Cut out a lot of those fun carbs. Things like cut down on the alcohol. Yeah, I know. Again, cut back on the breads. Drink a lot of water. So here are some tips for you guys out there while you're at work. And these things, everything that I've told you guys so far has been things about what you can do while you're at home. The only other thing that I'll say before I talk about kind of meals at work is try to, we want to spend time with our family, but make it activity related, not sitting in front, sitting in the living room or sitting around the Christmas tree or sitting in front of the TV, things like that. Find activities, whether it's just, walking around the neighborhood, things like that. All right, so some meal planning ideas for you guys, and you guys can literally, you can type in Google and go meal plans, and there are literally tons of things. Now, some of them are not realistic for you guys. What I want to encourage you guys to do is when you're at work, so you don't want to pack your food. I get that. You run through McDonald's, Taco Bell, Hardee's, Burger King, whatever, Carl's Jr., wherever you're at out there in the world. Make those healthy choices. So instead of getting that supersize mega 5-gallon Coke and 6 pounds of fries and half a cow, I know it's a little more expensive sometimes. Actually, it's not a little more expensive. It's oftentimes quite a bit more expensive. Instead of getting that whole meal, so maybe you decide to get the meal. Let's just go that route. Let's say you decide to get the combo meal. Don't get the large. Get the medium or the small. Preferably the small would be better. If you're going to buy the whole meal, or maybe just buy the sandwich. Don't eat the fries. If there's a choice, instead of getting fries, get like fruit or something. Take the top bun off so you're not eating all the bread. Get chicken instead of beef. Try to avoid some of those fried foods if you can. But yeah, get those salads, things like that. So that's my recommendation to you guys when we talk about going through the fast food places. If you're having to stop at the, you guys up north like to call it the bodega, the corner gas station, market, whatever. When you run in there, I've been in them all over the world. I know, you guys know as well as I do. There are healthy choices in there. There's salads. Eggs are always filling. Boiled eggs are really good. And they're good for you. It's a good source of protein. It fills you up a little bit. When you pick those juices, so maybe you like your orange juice, your whatever juice, look to make sure that it is 100% juice. Let's see how many any additives and things like that are in them. Guys, it's always easy for me to sit here in my home and tell you what to do. You guys are grown adults. You know these things. You're healthcare providers. Just try to use that common sense. Again, don't try to start a weight loss plan now. It's not a good idea. Everything in moderation. Exercise it, even when you're at work. Instead of sitting in that truck on the maybe the street corner or wherever you guys are having to sit, get out and walk around the ambulance a couple of times. Maybe walk up and down that parking lot a little bit. You're at that fire station or whatever. Walk up and down the stairs a couple of times. Incorporate things that you do within your daily life to help increase your exercise activity, increase good cardiovascular health. Guys, it is so simple today with modern technology to just click on Google, maybe if you're a Bing fan or whatever, and type in healthy nutritional meals, meal prepping. I will tell you, I've tried paleo. I've tried the ketogenic diet. They're all excellent. The main thing that you need to remember is moderation. small meals throughout the day. Don't eat till you're full. Eat till you're satisfied. Drink lots of water, guys. This week's episode has been about nutrition and fitness during the holidays. I'm your host here at Medic Life. My name is John Newton. For those of you watching at home, thank you. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share it with all your friends. Next week's episode will not actually be live. If you have a chance to come by and see me, I will be at the Texas EMS conference this coming weekend. They're in Dallas, Texas, hanging out with those guys at Distant CME. So come by and see us. I'll be actually recording some episodes. So look for some episodes with myself and Dr. Sholey over the next few weeks as we talk about mental health in EMS and how we're going to get through these holidays. Guys, again, thank you for watching. My name is John Newton, and this has been Medic Life. Y'all stay safe out there.